everybody. Hoping you have a great afternoon here. I'm talking with Antoine today from Financial Modeling Prep, and they have an amazing platform. Today we're going to dive into financial market data trends. These guys are the pros at it. So without further ado, I would love to get an introduction for your company and what you guys do over there.
Sounds good. So I'm like Antoine. I'm running the financial modeling prep, and basically what we do is we give access to tech developer to structured financial data. So our goal is basically to have like structured and standardized data to make easy to work with the data, because we realize that most of the financial data are like unstructured or in many places. So we gather them into one place and we make it available via like an like API. So any developer can like seamless use our data and power their application, or use them for like a portfolio tracker or like any financial tool.
Perfect. So what got you down this path? Do you have a financial background, or what inspired you to start this company?
Yeah, so basically it all started in 2012. So me at the beginning, I was studying finance in France, in Lyon. And all my book was in English. So at some point, I say I should go in somewhere that basically is speaking English. So I went to Montreal. I started at McGill. I took some English classes, and then I went to GMSB, which is like a business school in Canada. It's like Concordia. And I took economic and financial specialization, and I did a master in financial modeling. And basically, my final thesis was to understand the like impact of DCF and like economic data. So what influence what? And during my last semester, I did a boot camp. It was with the Wall Street Prep. It's a company. I think they like still there, and it was like a huge discount. It was like 75%. So I went there, and basically in 4 days they went to explain you what is a DCF, what is a LBO. It's basically some financial instrument to like allow you to acquire company, to evaluate company, etc. So I did this 4 days. It was everything in like Excel. So you win. So basically, you go to the company, you extract the financial data, you put it into the Excel, and you create all this modeling stuff. And I found in love with financial modeling. So I was like, this is what I want to do. I really like it, and I projecting values, etc. was really exciting. So basically, I was so this bootcamp was the best of my 5 years of master, and I was really like random, because I at the last time I took this like bootcamp because it was in like discount, and basically the only issue is everything was in Excel.
Yep.
And everything was a bit slow. So the guy always say it was kill Numar. So he's probably listening, and basically he was like, just press F9 to not make Excel bug, because you have circular reference and you put income statement, balance sheet, etc. And the calculate are really complex to find basically intrinsic value. It's basically the value that you give at a company at a certain time. So, for example, I evaluate your company, I don't know, $100 based on your financial only. So I'm not basing on anything else. And from that, I was like, it must have a better way of doing that. So then, this is how I started to like learn coding and creating my own financial modeling website, because I wanted to make it for all companies and find companies like below market price, to basically buy companies undervalued. So I created this like website called financial modeling prep. It's because of that. And basically, when I created this website, I have always outage, because people who was scrapping this like website all the like time. And I created an API just to get rid of all the scrapping of the website. An API is basically a way to informatically access data. So I created this API and I say, hey, don't scrap the website, just use this API. So basically I can control the like server and, make it better for you. And since then, everything started because the API just took off, and the API is like 98% of the traffic of the like company now.
That's called product market fit.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
So I guess what are some of the best sources for data that you see out there? I know alternative data is a really big topic in the investment space specifically.
Right.
But what kind of trends do you see in financial markets? Where are people getting their best data from?
Yeah, so basically the trend that I see the most in financial, so when I look at basically at like our like data, is people start to be aware of the economic impact in their finance, which means inflation, interest rate, federal fund rate, all of those data. And you can go, for example, to like US Fed website, SEC, etc. And I see a trend because before people were investing to grow their money, to go to retirement. Now people are investing to fight inflation.
Mhm.
And this trend is really specific. I saw this since 2000 and maybe 1 year or 2 years ago. I saw that those endpoint economic calendar, economic inflation, etc. I saw that those endpoints were like mostly hit. And I was like, but so normally people, like user query stock price,
Yeah.
I don't know, income statement, etc. But those endpoint maybe 1, 2 user, but it's rare. And basically everything I saw a shift, and I think the market is shifting this way. So people start to understand that they have to not like invest to grow their money, but to keep their money and the power that they have to buy, for example, food or anything, because otherwise you lose money.
Mhm.
So I think the really big topic of this year and the next year will be how an individual or how an investor can basically fight inflation. So can have his money at least getting, because inflation of 7%, it's something enormous. It's we are talking about losing 7% of your money each year. So,
Yeah.
so people now look at interest rate, and now they can put in, for example, in saving account and
Mhm.
get 4-5% in simple platform like any platform.
Really no
And
risk.
yeah, exactly. And so this is, I think this is the key. This year was I think that was I'm talking about general investor and small investor. That was a key to people to like really understand that economic interest rate and inflation are part of their today life. So yeah, so basically I think that trend will be something, and the second trend will be ESG. I saw a lot of ESG, so people start to get aware of our planet, where we are going, and they want to be self-aware of companies that have some impact.
Mhm.
So what they want is to know that they are investing in company that cares about Earth, that care about our future, and are responsible. So that's the two main trends that I see, and I can see directly because I see the query on our database, I see the like user, and I see a shift, and I see a real shift from last year and next year, and I see in the next 5 years that will be the main topic, because especially for like pension plan, etc., they want to keep their at least keep their like purchasing power.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna come to you next for my stock picks. Yeah, with all the data. That's great.
Yeah.
I guess aside from asking you, of course, what are some of the best ways to find and utilize financial data?
So the good thing about public company, it is public. So there is the SEC where you can go and check each company. It will take time. but you can access raw data. So you can access the like actual statement of the company, their financial, how they publish them, anything. So, for example, insider, if there is the company management that is investing in the company, all of those data that are really important because you want to because investing in a stock is not just buying Apple, just buying Facebook, just it is investing in the company. So putting your money for a company to grow and to be able to use your money well. So you really want to like know who is running the company, why they are running the company, what they do, what they projected, etc. So I think SEC is a really good source. There is also the Fred, as I said before, and there is tons of new company like there is, for example, Ticker. There is also, for example, investing.com, like all of those websites that aggregate data for the people to just save time, because the goal is to save time and see what company. But if you really want to really control what you do, you have to read those pages. You have to read the raw data. You have to go on the like SEC and see what management is doing, why they are doing it, because it's your money. So you really want to know where your money is going. It's like government, where your tax goes, what they do, etc. So you have to make a due diligence. And if you're a developer, of course, use an API because you want to automating things to be able to analyze more company at the same times to see the industry. So yeah, so this is what I would recommend definitely.
How do you see AI coming into play with analyzing some of those large data sets, especially finding
Yeah.
identifying trends and pointing it out for a human to go look at it and say, "Yep, you're definitely onto something here."
Yeah, so I think AI it's basically amazing. Why? Because it's play a role. Because me, I see this playing a role in like unstructured data, meaning like for example, each quarter, company does earning call. They will talk about, for example, what they're gonna do next quarter, how was this quarter, if the sale was good, what are their strategy. And basically AI allow you to grab what they say and to synthesize and to give you a summary, right? So I see a way of structuring the unstructured data
Yeah.
and basically give you insight where before you would use regex or really like complex algorithm that you have to
Yeah.
extract like what the like CEO say. And now with like AI, you can, for example, listen to like a meeting and say those are the key steps,
Yeah.
what's happening, etc. And I see AI playing a real role in that.
Yeah.
And basically save you time in all things that you are doing manually. So listening to earning call, listening to Fed meetings, so about interest rate, listening about the government, what they are going to do, the investment, etc. So basically to structure the unstructured and to give insight to the investor.
That's a smart way of putting it. So, the best use of AI that I've seen for companies that are doing it right, it's kind of an 80-20 rule. It's a Pareto principle. They can use AI to do kind of 80% of like the lifting legwork, if you will, to kind of, like you said, structure the unstructured data and kind of make it make sense. And then you
Yeah,
need a human to kind of go in there and, do the trend analysis and everything. But
exactly.
AI employed effectively can be, very powerful and useful.
Yeah,
Um,
totally agree.
I
Totally
guess
agree.
how can SMBs take advantage of some of the macro trends that are going on now to better run their business? Even considering that we're potentially seeing an economic slowdown, even though they say there's a recession coming, but we'll see when and how that comes about.
Yeah, what I think is the most the better way is to basically use the new tool. So I mean basically now we are in an exceptional time because we have, as you said, AI. We have new tool, we have new trend. So basically, it's time to restructure your business. It's time to make your business as efficient as possible, because in recession you are not looking at your income, you are looking at your expense.
Mhm.
So you want to reduce your expense, you want to increase your productivity, and you want to stop just going for income, just going for like growing. You want to be able to control. And I think, for example, AI, us, for example, before we have like one person looking at like email and say, this is a bug, this is a technical aspect, this is, and now with like AI, you can directly categorize, you can save time, you can automate things. You cannot do everything, but you can save time and become more productive, because you want to use our like resource the
Yep.
best way. So in a recession, the fact is you want to basically get the most with what you have. And
Yep.
yeah, and I would say definitely use a new tool, explore, and use AI to basically make your company as efficient as possible.
And people should be doing that all the time too, right?
Yeah,
But there's instances like this where it kind of just reminds you that, we need a good processes in place. We need an efficient business
exactly.
here. Let's get back to the
Exactly.
basics here before we start getting.
Exactly. Yeah, and basically, what you see, it's really like intelligent, because people wait for recession or wait for problem to look for a solution. But as you said, we should be proactive. So we
Yep.
should be always in like alert of what I can do to like improve, what I can do to like improve process, to go faster, to basically improve quality, etc. And yeah, exactly what you said, it's really like intelligent. So basically, to not wait for a recession to start refactoring, but just keep in mind that you have to always be alert.
Yep. And if you need a wake up call, there's one here kind of coming. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
use this opportunity to kind of, keep that as part of your core value propositions for your company, and just ensure that you have
exactly.
that going even during the good times.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
very smart.
and I guess, yeah, aside from that, I guess, learning a little bit more about you, I guess, have you ever experienced failure as a founder? Myself, I've, failed many times and have had some wins as well, but the failures always teach you the most about yourself, and you walk away
Yeah,
with the best lessons in life from that. So I
tons.
guess, could you share any
Yeah,
moments that you failed and what you learned?
yeah, so tons of failure. I love failure,
Me
but
too.
I love control. I love control failure.
Mhm.
So what's happening is, for example, when you run a company, you have always this balance of, should I put more feature? Should I put more time to increase tech? Should I put some time to hire more people? Should I have a better customer support? And one of the biggest mistake that I do is, at the beginning, when I launched the API, I was so excited about people asking question or doing, oh, I need this data, I need this data. So I was
Right.
always adding on top, right? And
Very
creating
important.
top and top and top and top and top. And the problem is the cost of AWS, cost in general, just increase, and you can just create something for one user or for two user. And the problem is, as a French people, we tend to like say yes a lot. We are really like, yeah, yeah, we can do it, we can do it. And the problem is, at some time, my biggest failure is like, was
Our
on the
CTO
tech
is
side.
French. And he says no a lot, actually. So
Yeah,
he's
also, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's probably because I went also in Canada and I was a bit international. But like basically, yeah. So then the good part is, then a new CTO arrived, Jack, that was incredibly good, and he told me, just pause, take some time, and let's refactor everything. And it took us a year and a half to
Mhm.
refactor the whole code. When I say refactor, it's not refactor, it's redo the whole code complexity, to be able to have something scalable and to be able to handle everything. So it was kind of a bit painful, because to say to your user, we cannot do this feature or this feature because we are refactoring, it's kind of, you will lose some customer, but I think it's a great thing. So definitely, and like advice is like basically build something really robust from the beginning,
Mhm.
because startups scale really fast.
Yep.
US market is a really big market, and when people like your recommend your product, you get more and more, and you need to be able to scale and to have a really strong tech. So yeah, so that was my biggest failure, but that was my biggest learn, because
Exactly.
so basically from now on, I have like a really strong tech team, and yeah, and that was and at the end it was really worth it.
Yeah, to kind of put it at a high level for people, I always explain to them, you got to have a strong foundation, right? If you have a
Yeah,
great foundation, you can build a huge building on top of
yeah,
it. And you see, even in New York, some of these buildings, I'm like, how does that thing even stand, But
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
all starts with how the foundational bricks of how you build everything, and
yeah,
including
totally agree.
technology startup.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's always a
totally.
great lesson to learn, and always revisit again. Just
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah.
we need this feature? Is this really solving our core customer problem, or are we getting?
Exactly. What you say, it's really like intelligent. Is it in our core business that we want to add this, or is it something that we just want to please someone?
Yeah.
And this is where and this is like when you understand this, you really focus on your core, so you can build all your like effort to build, like as you said, to build. It's like a house. You build the strong foundation, so you can add things on top, and yeah, and
Yeah, it's easy to
definitely.
try to be all things to all people and nothing to anybody at the same time. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
just try to
definitely.
be very good at your core competencies. And somebody might have a particular feature that they want for their needs, but maybe your
Right.
other customers don't really care about that feature.
Yeah,
So if you start building all this stuff, then it's going to really detract from all of your other customer base and how everybody else uses the product. So
exactly, definitely. Yeah. That was that. Yeah. That was, and I'm telling you, it's 1 year and a half to like rebuild. So like any founder listening, start from the beginning. Think of it a lot at the beginning, because as more your application will scale, the more the people will have, and the more the like refactoring will be like complex.
And the term MVP comes to mind always, and it's the tried and true tactic to getting a product to market, because it forces you to really focus on identifying what that core value proposition for the product is. If you
Definitely.
focus on the MVP, not only is it more cost effective, you
Mm.
don't waste a lot of time getting into market, but more importantly, which is often overlooked, is that you really get down to the core features of your product that really matter to people. And getting that out in front of people, you can use to verify if you have product market fit, and you could actually build on top of that. Now that's called the foundation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely
Great.
agree with you.
What other challenges did you guys face as a company, and how did you overcome them?
So the most challenging was the people. So the main challenging is basically when you're a startup, each individual is really important. It can break or make a company. So the biggest challenging was to find the right people. We were lucky because at the beginning we were open source. It's a kind of software that basically anyone can like contribute. So I had a strategy of basically hiring the best contributor. So basically, I learned that hiring people that are really passionate about your business and are kind, want you to like succeed, will make your company a good place to go to live
Yeah.
and to talk. And this is crucial because people overlook at this because they want the best developer, they want the best. But if you don't have someone that really wants your good, really want the company to go well,
Yeah.
it can be a big issue. It can be a big issue.
Yeah, I agree. You could even take B players, and they could perform like an A player if they're really motivated and they really believe in the
Totally.
the core mission of the company. As I always say, when hiring people or analyzing whether to hire people, anybody will take your money.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but to find the people that are really truly passionate about the problem that your company solves and recruiting those people, those are the people really motivated to actually solve problems for customers and actually help people out. So if you build a team of people like that, I mean, they'll problem solve and come up with solutions,
Yeah.
and that's what you need at the end of the day. You're never going to have everything figured out, right? But if you have a motivated team that's willing to put in the work and
Yeah.
willing to think through things, they could accomplish anything.
Yeah,
Um,
and plus, if I can add, is I learned also, if you can serve someone, be transparent.
Yep.
When you're with your employee, be transparent about everything, about the difficulty of the company, about the success, about the tech, about the revenue, about everything. Be transparent, because people, when they trust in you, they will do their best. And now we develop, like, we have like daily meetings, weekly meetings. We share everything with like all of our. We have different meetings, but we have tech meeting, we have a commercial meeting, and we share everything. So we just say, this is the like hour. Just tell us there is a problem, there is something. Just go ahead, tell us anything. Just be free and talk to us. So when you build this trust and people just tell you if there is any issue or if there is any something good, you can be prepared and you can all work together. So for example, oh, there is that client that was not really happy about that. Oh, let's see what we can do. Then a tech guy will say, oh, but me, I can do this and that. And basically you create a trust and you create like a transparency, which is a key. And when we have this transparency, everyone is part of the company and feel that you don't hide anything. So yeah, so that was
At the
something
end of the day,
really.
it's all about problem solving, right? And if you don't take the ostrich approach and just stick your head in the sand, like you should open up about the problems, you know what I mean? Because that's the fun part, honestly, like identifying a problem and going after it to fix it.
Yeah,
So if you're transparent with yourself and your team, you could identify those problems and get to work on it, and
exactly.
utilize the benefits accordingly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely.
I also feel like the word like employee is kind of a misnomer. like
Exactly,
the
exactly.
concept of like treating people like oh, you're an employee. It's like I use the term team member now. Like for
Yeah,
everyone, hey, we're on the same team here. So
definitely,
it
definitely.
just has this profound effect in changing the way people perceive like their value on the team and kind of where they fit in and everything. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts about that?
Basically, founders has to, like we have to know that without them we cannot do anything.
Mhm.
So it's not someone that is working for you, it's
Yeah,
someone that is working with you,
true.
uh, because basically we are building value together.
Yeah,
And basically everyone is at the same level. There is no employee, employer, etc. We just work all together for one goal, is to make the customer happy and to create an amazing company.
yeah,
And this is our and we have a shared goal, and basically we are all working toward the like same goal. But it's not like employee. The problem is employee people see as tasks to do and things. I
yeah.
don't see like that. I see that we are all on the same team. We have a common goal, and let's make it happen. And let's have fun. Let's make it. Let's make it amazing. This is what I see.
Yeah, I agree totally. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. You know what I mean? You could be
Definitely.
12 hours and you're like, wow, I just did 12-hour day. Who's But it's fun, doing all the problem solving and feeling like you have purpose in the work that you do, and refining a culture for the company where that's kind of that's the motto, right? And people feel like
Yeah,
they really have a purpose there. I think that's the key going forward for any company that wants to grow into something great. I guess what are some of your favorite books that you've read over the last year that other
yeah.
founders should be reading as well?
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So basically, those are like a French book. It's called André Bamberskiai,
Okay.
que la justice soit rendue, so may the justice may served. And basically, it's not a book about finance. It's about someone that has his basically child that was murdered, and basically it's the whole story of him basically going after the like truth. So this book, what I really like about this is it took French government 30 years to recognize and to put the people in jail. And basically, the father explained that during all his life, he fight for like truth, and basically, it show you the determination that sometimes some fight are needed. And as
Mhm.
a founder, it give me this strength, like because basically all founder, we all have the same insight. It is we want to achieve a mission, we want to like do something inside of us, and something is pushing us, that someone that basically it's sometimes difficult to like explain to people. But we all know that, and basically this book is about that, because his own mission is to find what happened to basically his like child. And yeah, and that was the book that I read, and that was it's amazing. If you can read it, it's also in English. You can get it. It's really amazing, because you can see how complex the fight can be, but
Yeah.
how worth it sometimes to be dedicated, and to just don't let go. Sometimes it will happen, and you just have to keep faith.
Yeah, don't expect the overnight success. Look at entrepreneurship as a career. It's really, it might not even be your first or your second. It could be your third. It could be your fourth. I think the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy started when he was like 60 or something really old. But it's a passion, right? And if you love what you do, and more importantly, you can empathize with customers' needs. You could really care about actually solving people's problems. You'll see the effect of that, and the effect will be people actually like your product because you built it for them. And that's the basis of a successful business. I guess any final thoughts for financial modeling prep and your API, and what should people why should people check you out today and get started on your platform?
Yeah, so first of all, we are really excited. As we said, there is new technology, AI, that we are deeply into now. We are looking to extract as much data as possible to make the unstructured structured. And basically, what we want is basically always involve and embrace new technology, and give as much data as possible to make the investor the more aware of the business out there. And we are going to look also into private companies. So we're going to look into registering companies, because we find also that private companies sometimes deserve also some exposition, and we are looking definitely into this. And before, it was complex because it was PDF, it was text, it was unstructured data again, that was complex. And now everything becomes available. Everything, even news, can be parsed. So we are so excited, because not only now we have a really proper and solid infrastructure, we have reliable data, and we have a future Cassie Unlimited, because now we can parse unstructured data, and the more time goes, the more tech improve, and the better it is for everyone. So yeah.
Well, if anybody out there listening to this is serious about their financial market data, this guy has all of it. So feel free to check out their platform today. I highly do not recommend that you try to parse all that data yourself and try to go looking for it yourself. These guys already have the source, and they could, I totally agree with your mission to make unstructured data more structured. It's just going to make it a lot easier for people to make smart market moves based on this financial data. So if anybody wants to get started today, feel free to go check out their website at financialmodelingprep.com, or check it out today in Nacho's B2B SaaS marketplace. We do offer 25% cash back for premium members. Nacho is the best place to buy SaaS, and Financial Modeling Prep is the best place to get your financial market data.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks a lot for having me, and I'm looking forward to it.
Likewise. Thanks, Antoine.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.